The reality is, with even $500,000 or Swiss francs, the moment you create a team, you're not going to go very far. And the other realization is that a lot of funds have maybe 20 million or 40 million under management.
So I'm going to start this interview off with a quote: "Money is never ever the problem." Do you really believe that to be true?
In case of investments, it is, and oddly enough, with the crisis, even more so. Low interest rates, investors don't know where to put their money, they're desperately looking for projects and finding very few. So yeah, money just isn't the problem.
Now, how do you lure new investors to your company?
The most effective strategy is the same that people use when they develop product. So before developing the product, let's first find out what sort of things the client actually wants. And with companies and investors, it's exactly the same. If you know you're going to create a business that will require investment, then before you create the business, go and find what are investors actually looking for. That's particularly true of technology. So in today's world, if you have a new technology in, let's say, augmented or reality, you're a bit too late, because that play took place earlier on. If you're into artificial intelligence, well, you're bordering on the end. So it's about knowing and talking with investors, what is it you're looking for in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, so that when you get to the place to look for investment, you got the right business, the right profile, and they're interested in it.
Now, you sat on many committees, but why don't you just simply share this information with those trying to raise funds?
The truth is, I would love to. And the reality is, you spend on a committee day, you're looking at between 10 and 15 projects in a day, each one taking an hour and a half. And the moment you start giving the feedback, what invariably happens is they push back. And they start arguing about, you don't understand, you don't really know, you don't have this. So you just don't have the time. And it's a shame, because they would benefit greatly from that feedback.
Now you have a project of your own, the Phoenix Challenge. Why the Phoenix Challenge?
So the Phoenix Challenge came about really as a way to help those startups, those people seeking investment, to do a pitch and actually give them that feedback that they wouldn't otherwise get. And it will be feedback based upon their presentation style, the way they come across, the way they manage the room, to the content, the actual content, the way they present it, the business models inside it, but also to how do they control the room, how do they interact, how are they dressed, what amounts of money are they asking for, does it actually all hang together. And it's a 90-minute session, very quick, great feedback from the investment community, startup community, so it's really to help.
Now, before you said that the problem with people who are seeking investment aren't asking enough. Why do they keep doing this?
For a startup in particular, 100,000, 200,000, $500,000 seems to be a huge amount. But the reality is, with even $500,000 or Swiss francs, the moment you create a team, you're not going to go very far. And the other realization is that a lot of funds have maybe 20 million or 40 million under management, and they will only do 8 or 10 investments, which means on average that's a $5 million project. So if you're asking for $500,000, you've immediately eliminated yourself, when you could have said, well, actually we will eventually need 3, 4, 5 million, we'll take it in stages, we'll prove to you we are going to deliver it, and now you enter into what's called their investment mandate, because they're looking for a certain sum of money for a certain period of time to invest.
Well, thank you, Clement, for joining us in our studio. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you at home for clicking back. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more interviews like this. Goodbye for now.